Pastor Joseph Campbell. Say amen. Certainly we do give thanks and praise to God, who is the head of the church. We give honor to the angel of this house, my pastor, in the person of Pastor Reverend Dr. Johnny L. Miller, to the board members, to all of the preach brethren in the room, to the deacons, to each one of you, my brothers and sisters. Truly it is a blessing to be in the house of the Lord one more time as we come on this first day in the new year, simply to tell the Lord thank you for allowing us to see another day, another month, and another year. Thank you to all of my St. James Unity family that came this morning. There's a word from the Lord found in the Old Testament in the book of Daniel. Daniel chapter 3. Daniel chapter 3. For time's sake, jump down to verse 19. Jump down to verse 19. I'm reading from the Christian Standard Bible, so it may read a little differently than yours. Have it, you'll find these words. Then Nebuchadnezzar was filled with rage. The expression on the safe changed towards Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He gave orders to heat the furnace 7 times more than was customary. He commanded some of the best soldiers in his army to tie up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and throw them into the furnace of blazing fire. So these men in their trousers, robes, head coverings, and other clothes were tied up and thrown into the furnace of blazing fire. Since the king's command was so urgent and the furnace extremely hot, the raging flames killed those men who carried Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego up. And these 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell bound into the furnace of blazing fire. Then King Nebuchadnezzar jumped up in alarm. He said to his advisors, "Didn't we throw 3 men bound into the fire?" "Yes, of course, your majesty," they replied to the king. Verse 25 says, he exclaimed, "Look, I see 4 men not tied, walking around in the fire unharmed. And the 4th looks like the Son of God." Just for a few minutes, time's not shut together, we want to talk about the benefits of fire. The benefits of fire. Brothers and sisters, a couple of months ago, my dear friend and brother, Pastor Henry Jordan, pastor at the Greater Faith Baptist Church in Waukegan, Illinois, was telling the story about how him and his mother were headed down to the country to see his cousin Bo Peep. So they were going down there to country, Tennessee, to see him. When they pulled up on the land, he said he noticed that the main house was on fire. The main house was on fire, so they pulled up, and Pastor Jordan's mother jumped out the car and she ran up to Bo Peep and asked Bo Peep what happened. Bo Peep said, "Well, the craziest thing happened." He said, "I got an urge for a cigarette." He said, "I went to the store and got a pack of cigarettes, came back home, said I lit it, and in the process of me lighting the cigarette, I fell asleep. The cigarette fell out my mouth and set the curtain on fire, which then set the house on fire. After the fire got put out, the fire chief came out holding 2 water moccasin snakes in his hand. Water moccasins are poisonous snakes. They came out, they told Bo Peep, they said, "Bo Peep, I'm sorry, we put out the fire, but we were unable to save your pets." Bo Peep looked at him, he said, "I don't have no pets, what are you talking about?" They said, "Well, We thought they were your pets because we found the 2 water moccasins underneath your bed. Crazy thing about it though is that Bo Peep was not a smoker. So if Bo Peep never would have gotten the urge for a cigarette, he would have never went to the store and got the pack. Would have never came home and lit it, would have never fell asleep, and the house would have never caught on fire. Because had he laid down, the water moccasins would have came out and killed him. But because of the fire, it stopped some things that were meant to kill him. And I just want to know, is there anybody in the room that can testify on the first day in 2020 that yes, you had some fire, but you thank God for the fire because it stopped some things that were meant to hurt you? A lot of times when we look at fire, we look at fire as something as destructive. We look at fire as a bad thing. But every now and then, what the devil meant for bad, they can turn around for the good. Is there anybody in here that knows that the devil tried to take you out? He tried to put some stumbling blocks in your way. He tried to throw some things that were going to take you out. But I'm so glad that I got a God on my side. That he turned it around for the good. I thought about it. I said, listen, if we're going to understand the benefits of fire, we first got to understand how we got there. Because see, that's the problem with a lot of us. The reason why we can't get out of what we're in is because we don't realize how we got there in the first place. That's why we still stuck in some of the same relationships we in. That's why we still stuck in the place that we're in, because we keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting some things to change. But you got to understand what you're doing that's making it all bad. Here it is. Watch this text. That story says, Nebuchadnezzar builds a statue. He builds this golden statue. It's 90 feet high and it's 9 feet wide. He builds a statue, and when he builds the statue, he calls all the priests, all the magistrates, all the leaders in the city. He says, come here. He says, I'm going to make a decree. He says, here's what I want. He says, when the music starts playing, everybody needs to bow down and worship the idol God. I thought about it, and I said, maybe that's the problem. I kind of agree with Nebuchadnezzar because his message was right, but his motive was wrong. Okay, all right. The message was, when the music starts playing, bow down and worship. But his motive behind it was to worship the idol God. Maybe that's what's wrong with some of us, is that we got good intentions, but our ideology is wrong. We got good motive. We want to do good, but the motive behind it is wrong. That's what's wrong with church. Because when the music starts playing, you ought to bow down and worship. But folks come to church and the music starts playing, they sit there and act like they've been sucking on lemons all morning. They come in and sit there and act like they don't know nothing. He said, when the music plays, everybody bow down and worship. Chaldeans came up to Nebuchadnezzar, tried to put Nebuchadnezzar in the trick bag. They said, Nebuchadnezzar, we got a question for you. Didn't you say that when the music played, that everybody ought to bow down and worship? Nebuchadnezzar said, yeah, I said it. But did you also say that if they didn't bow down, that you were going to throw them into the fiery furnace? Nebuchadnezzar said, yeah, I said that too. Well, since you say that, I figured that's what people will do to you. People will try to put you in the trick bag. People will try to make sure that you know when you're going. They try to set you up for the fall. They try to set you up for the okie doke. They try to set you up for the play. And they said, well, since you said the boys that you put in charge letting it go. Them 3 boys that you put over, them 3 boys that you put in charge, King, when the music plays, they don't matter. I had a problem there though. God, when I looked up the word bow means a bending at the knee or at the waist. It also means that it's an inclination of your head downward. So when they bow, their head goes down. And wherever your head goes, your eyes are the same. So if the music is playing and they're bowing down, that means that their head went down. Okay, this side don't get it. Let me try this side. When the music plays, if everybody is supposed to bow, that means their head goes down. And if your head goes down, that means your eyes are down. So if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, how you know what it is that I ain't doing? That's the problem with a lot of folks. That's what's wrong. It's a lot of folks in 2019 that were too busy being worried about other folks and not doing what they were supposed to be doing. But I declare and decree to you today that there's going to be some folks. You don't want to stop worrying about other folks. Stop worrying about what it is that you supposed to be doing. King Nebuchadnezzar, he said, okay. He says, I don't believe y'all. He says, call me. My boys, y'all come here, man. These fools over here, man, they telling me that when the music plays, y'all don't bow. Hebrew boys looked at him and said, no. Said, King, we don't. King said, no. He said, wait a minute. He said, y'all my boys. He said, if anybody's supposed to have my back, y'all supposed to have my back. If anybody supposed to be with me, y'all supposed to be with me. So I'm going to give y'all another chance. I'm going to let the music play. Because if y'all don't bow, then I got to do what I said I was going to do. Which means I'm going to have to throw y'all into the fire. Hebrew boy said, okay. Says, I'm sorry, but we can't worship your God. He said that I believe that our God is able to save us from the fire. Might I suggest to you that as long as you're doing what the Lord says to do, the Lord will come in and save you. My daddy always told me that if you get in trouble doing what I told you to do, I'll always come and get you honor. I just believe that if we do what it is that God says we should do, that means don't be jumping back and forth. Don't be flipping and flopping. Don't be going from this church to this church. Don't be going running around trying to do because you're trying to please everybody else. You ought to just do what God says. What God says do. Says we won't do it, we will not bow. That's why text picks up. Text said the king got so angry that he said turn the fire up 7 times high. That's how he got to the fire. Now, can I tell you the benefits of fire? Everything else is just introductory. Here's my first part. When you get thrown into the fire, the first thing that fire does is it cleanses. When I was a boy, I got this boil on my finger. Boil was still buzzing. Daddy said, come here. He was going to take care of the boil for me. And Daddy went and got a safety pin. But when he got the safety pin, he held the safety pin with some tongs. And then he turned the stove on and put it in the fire. And he turned the safety pin over and over again. He poured it out and got ready to stab me. I said, oh, wait. It's hot. I don't want you to poke me with that. He said, no. He said, it's already cooled off. I said, well, why did you have to put it in the fire to begin with? He said, because if I had not put it in the fire, there may have been some impurities on it. And if I stuck you with the impurities, you'll be worse off than you were to begin with, because there'll be some infection on the inside of you. Come here, let me help you out. Sometimes God takes us through the fire because he wants to clean out the impurities in our life. He wants to clean out the things in our life that are trying to destroy us. Send the text. Send the text. Text says that King Nebuchadnezzar told any strong men, he says, come tie him up, put him in the furnace. But watch this. The furnace was so hot that the fire killed the men that were trying to throw them in. Y'all missed it. Come here. The men that were there to destroy them. The men that were there to kill them. The fire killed the men that were trying to kill them. That's why it's some people in your life that ain't with you no more. Because there were some folks in your life that were trying to kill you. But God says, I have to take you through the fire so that I can get rid of the impurities in your life. Not only does fire cleanse, but number two, fire destroys. It's in the text. Scripture says that the men fell down, bound into the fire. Verse 25 says, King Nebuchadnezzar looks at him and says, I see men in there walking around loose and unharmed. Okay, all right, y'all missed it. Men fell into the fire bound. They were tied up, they had all this stuff on them. They were tied up where they couldn't move. They had ropes and everything. But then verse 25 says, King Nebuchadnezzar looks in and says, I see the men, they're walking around loose and unharmed. Sometimes the Lord takes us through fire because he wants to destroy the very things that have us bound. Sometimes God takes us through the fire because there's some things that have been holding us back. There's some things that have had us tied up. There's some things that have had us not being able to move around. But God says, look, not only am I going to let you move around, but I'm going to let you move around in the fire unharmed. That's why you ought to be able to smile in the fire. That's why you ought to be able to smile in the midst of trouble. That's why you ought to be able to be glad when things go bad, because God says you can walk around in the fire. Not only does fire cleanse, not only does fire destroy, the last thing that fire does is it illuminates. Says, did we not throw 3 men into the fire? They said, yeah. Yes, sir, we did. King Nebuchadnezzar said, well, he says, I see 4 men. And the 4th, he looks like the son of I'm reminded of a story. And then I'm headed to my seat. Story says there was an old man. Said he was sitting in the house one night. Said he had the urge for a pop and some peanuts. Said he grabbed his hat and grabbed his cane. And said the old man walked out the house. And as he was walking to the gas station, he walked through a dark alley. When he walked through the alley, a young man jumped out and said, "Old man, do you have a light for a cigarette?" Old man said, "Yes, I do." Old man ran his hand in his pocket, pulled the lighter out, and flicked the lighter and lit the cigarette. Young man took the puff and ran off. Old man thought it was strange. Got his pop and his peanuts, went back home and went to bed. Next morning he woke up, turned on the news, and the news said there was a young lady that got killed in the same alley he was in last night. The old man looked at it. It said that the killer was the young man who asked him for the lighter last night. Old man wondered to himself. He said, "I don't understand." He says, "I'm an old man. I'm weak and I'm feeble. Why didn't the young man kill me?" He said, "I gotta go down here and ask him." He went down to the police station. He asked the police officer, "Can I see that young man that y'all brought in last night?" They brought the old man in, set him down, then the young man came in. Old man picked up the phone. He said, "Young man, do you remember me?" Young man said, "Yes, sir. You that old man from the alley last night." Old man said, "Yes, that's right." Old man said, "I don't understand." He said, "Why did you kill me last night?" He said, "I'm old and I'm weak." He said, "I couldn't have fought you off." Young man said, "I had every intention on killing you." He said, "But then I saw the other man that was with you." Old man said, "What are you talking about?" Young man said, "When you lit the lighter, there was a big strong man standing behind you." Old man said, "Well, can you tell me what it looked like?" Young man said, "Oh yes, I'll never forget. His eyes were like balls of fire. His hair was like lamb's wool. His knees shone bright like diamonds. His foot was like polished brass." Old man got up with a smile on his face. Young man said, "Do you know who that is?" Old man said, "Yes, that sound like my rose of Sharon. That sound like my lily of the valley. That sound like my bright morning star. That sound like Ezekiel's wheel in the middle of the wheel. That sound like the sun refused to shine, he died to the earth and the earth like a truck